Easton Grange 196. My name is Priscilla Almquist Olsen, the lecturer, program chair for Easton Grange. Tonight we are thrilled to provide a program from within our ranks. Lisa Hadley is going to introduce our star state winner in the music competition, and Lisa is going to also provide music to a poem which she wrote herself. Is that right? Or did you? No, she found a poem and she set the poem to music. Anyway, we have some very talented Grangers, and tonight you're going to be the benefit of their musical talent. So thank you. We meet every third Monday of every month, 7:30, 6 o'clock supper. What? What's so funny? 6 o'clock supper, and 7 o'clock is the program. So please join us. Come on and have a wonderful night. Interesting programming by yours truly. And hopefully you will enjoy this meeting tonight. Thank you. And now, Lisa Hadley, our secretary, will introduce our star state champion performer.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks for coming to the Grange meeting, and thanks for tuning in. I'd like to introduce the celebrity for the evening. His name is Michael Pierce, and he plays the guitar for all our meetings. He and I sort of lead the music together. It's a lot of fun, so if you ever want to drop by and have some good tunes and some good food, come on down. And I'd like to just give this over to Michael now, and he'll introduce the name of the piece that he'll be performing, as well as guitar. He'll be playing something on the harmonica, and I think he's even doing a little singing. Is that right, Michael? Oh, okay, yes, and Priscilla reminded me, I have to tell everybody what Michael has won. He competed in the State Grange Extravaganza talent show, which was held out at UMass Amherst. I believe it was in August, is that correct?
July, I think. July.
It was July, okay, so July. It was hot in end of July, and
We haven't got anything.
he won. Through all the people who competed against him, he won. So he's representing the Massachusetts State Grange in the national competition, which is going to be in Nevada. Can you tell me the name of the city?
Reno.
In Reno, Nevada. So now he will,
Actually, Sparks, which is
Sparks.
next to Reno. It's part of the Reno metropolitan area.
Okay, Michael, and the name of your piece is?
Okay. The name of the piece is The Field Behind the Plow. It was written by a Canadian songwriter, Stan Rogers, who is a great Canadian songwriter, wrote many beautiful songs. Unfortunately, Stan Rogers died in an Air France plane crash in Cleveland, so he died relatively young, and but he recorded enough records that his music will live on, and he has a brother floating around too. He's always worth going to listen to. His brother was in the band, but the band wasn't on the same plane, so his brother survived. But so this is a Stan Rogers song, "The Field Behind the Plow." Watch the field behind the plow, turn to straight dark rows. Feel the trickle in your clothes, blow the dust cake from your nose. Hear the tractor's steady roar. No, you can't quit now. There's a quarter section more or less to go. Well, it seems like the rain takes its own sweet time. You can see it come for miles, but at least you got a while. So ease the throttle out a hair. Every rod's a game. There's victory in every quarter mile. Poor old Cusick down the road. The heartache hails and the hoppers got him down. He give it up and moved to town. And Emmett Pierce the other day took a heart attack and died at 42. You could see it coming on, 'cause he works as hard as you. In an hour, maybe less, you'll be soaped clear through. The air is cooler now. Pull your hat brim further down and watch the field behind the plow turn to straight dark rows. Put another season's promise in the ground. And if the harvest is any good, the money might just pay back all you owe. You mortgaged all you own. Buy the kids a winter coat. Take the wife back east for Christmas if you can. All summer she hangs on while you're so tied to the land. Well, the good times come and go, but at least there's the rain. So this won't be barren ground when September rolls around. Watch the field behind the plow turn to straight dark rows. Put another season's promise in the ground. Watch the field behind the plow turn to straight dark rows. Put another season's promise in the ground. Thank you. So that's thank you. So that's that was a Stan Rogers song, "Field Behind the Plow."
Thank you, thank you. That was fantastic. It was really wonderful, and I love the text. Thank you, Michael. Thank you.
No, that was great, because you know what, when you sing with the Grange, we never really hear your voice, and tonight we heard it, and you have a great voice.
Yeah. Say it again.
Oh, okay. I just complimented Michael, because normally he sings along with the Grange, but it's a group, so we don't hear his voice. Tonight's the first time I heard his voice alone, and he has a fabulous voice, so thank you very much.
It was great. The next item on this program, this musical program for the evening, is a song, like Priscilla had been telling you, a song that I discovered on a trip out to the Grange Historical Museum/Library in Rutland, Mass. The poem was written by members of the Easton Grange about celebrating the 100-year anniversary of the Easton Grange, and we just celebrated, or are celebrating, our 150th. So this was written about 50 years ago, the actual poetry, by members of the Easton Grange. Unfortunately, when I discovered the poem, there were no names as to who wrote the poem, so I asked a member of our Grange now, who has been a member for 80 years, Betty Holmberg, if she would take a look at the poem and have any idea at all who might have written these words. She gave me a list of some of the people she thought probably partook in writing the poetry to this piece. And They were Margaret Baker, Bernice Baker Skinner, Edgar Watts, Bob Holmberg, and maybe someone with the last name of Cedarholm, and we do have a member right now with a last name of Cedarholm, so maybe one of his relatives, but we're not positive. Oh, his mother, someone's telling me, probably his mother. So it was a group effort, I guess is what I'm trying to put across, and I just loved the words so much, I said, oh, this is just such a nice poem, I really wanted to write a piece of music to it. It just really inspired me. I thought it really represented what the Grange was all about. So I'm going to sing this piece, and then eventually I'm going to teach everybody in the Grange here the piece. It might be a little difficult at first, so we don't have to sing it tonight. But
You want to read the poem first before you sing it?
do you want to ask that again so people can hear? Hold on one second. Yeah.
I just wanted to know if you'd like to read the poem first before you sing the poem.
Would people like to hear the poem read? Or do you want me to just go right in and sing it? Just sing it, okay, okay. Let me just ask Michael, were you going to try to accompany me, Michael? Okay.
I'll read them to you, Ed. I cannot read music,
Right.
so I would rather hear the music.
Sure, that's fine. Okay, here we go. I'm glad everybody has the poem, however, because you can follow the words along. I don't have to read it. You can just follow the words. I heard my friend ask, what is the Grange? I pondered a moment and thought, how strange. What is our reason or purpose in mind? Everyone should know there's only one of its kind. I took it for granted that everyone knew it functions for all, not only the few. The Grange is a way of life that is good. It's basically founded on brotherhood. The first law is belief in our ruler supreme. It's working together as one of a team. It's faith in a flag, making each of us free. It's hope for a better community. It's charity for those who are found in need. It's fidelity to all, both in word and in deed. Its recipe for being a century old is written on records of yellowish gold. Each page reveals a job well done. It reads of love, of work, of fun. Upon its leaves is the secret story of helping another for a silent glory. It's lending a hand to Project Care. As you know, it's helping our boys in the USO. Above all, it's the feeling unspoken but known that a patron or Granger never walks alone. It's all this and more, dear friend, 'tis true, and the Grange welcomes many friends like you. It's easy to see, he said with a smile, why Grangers have passed the 100-year mile. It's till now all this I never understood, and I'd like to be part of this brotherhood. Its greatest reward, as all can see, is the devotion it gives to humanity. This is the Grange, my answer came. This is what makes that 6-letter name. And so, dear friend, my heart fills with pride when the Grange door swings open and I walk inside. Thank you, thank you. Well, that was actually the first time that Michael and I actually did that together, so he didn't really know. I take a lot of nuances in the piece, and because the poetry is very important, so it's sort of not really strict rhythm. I'm sure you could hear that. Michael and I were not together all the time, but we tried our best, and I hope you get the idea, because the poetry is just wonderful, and I just really thought it was really thought well out about the feeling that people get from belonging to something like this and what it means to them, it's much, much more, it's deeper than a lot of organizations. And I think that the friendships you make are a very important part, and what you can do for your community are really important. And I think this poem says it all. So thank you very much. Now- And now we're all going to learn a couple of songs. These two songs that we're learning are out of the Songs for the Grange, which is edited by Caroline Arabella Hall. She did a lot for the music for the Grange, and she compiled this whole songbook. And these are two songs out of the songbook. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what each song is about. I thought they were really great things we could sing about in the Grange that are important to us. The first one is called The Harvest Song. Hope I have it. Here it is. No, I'm sure I have it somewhere. Here we go. There's so many pieces here. Yeah, Harvest Song. Yeah. I hate to take your piece, but I don't know where mine went. I probably gave it away. Okay, thanks, Joan.
Hey, Carrie, she's not here.
Oh, is he going?
Yeah, he
Oh,
has to
he's-
go to a meeting.
Oh, okay.
Really left?
Here you go.
I thought it was being funny.
So the first song is called Harvest Song or Harvest Time. Actually, the music was written by a very famous composer, von Weber, which surprised me. I actually saw his grave at the Vienna cemetery in Vienna. It was really, so I thought, wow, this was written by von Weber, which they did that a long time ago. Some of these old tunes, they actually took well-known composers' music and somebody would set a poem to it. So it's really kind of fun. So we'll sing through it once. Von Weber, right, the tune, right, yep. So we'll sing through this once and then we'll join. It's very easy. They're super easy songs. They're not difficult. So we'll have fun doing this. Okay? And we're gonna do this in F, right? Yep. Right. I'll stand near Michael so the guitar is picked up.
Okay.
Okay.
This is a 4/4 time.
Right. 1, 2, 3. Come autumn crowned with ripe and green and fruits of richest favor, with notes of joy we hail again the season of thy favors. Our hearts and voices strike the chime. The harvest time, the harvest time. Second verse. The harvest sun, how bright at noon, his richest radiance throwing, and oh, how bright the harvest moon, as she with joy is glowing, and fain with us would strike the chime. The harvest time, the harvest time. Third verse. Our hand is broad, we've every clime, and all some gift possessing, and all enjoy the harvest time that makes each gift a blessing. Then let our hearts and voices chime. The harvest time, the harvest time. Yay, good job, good job. Nice. I just thought that particular piece was something we're all thinking about right now. I know I was cleaning out my green beans today, and I was thinking, wow, it's great to have all these handfuls and handfuls of beans and pea pods coming. It's harvest time, and it's a wonderful piece, and I'm glad we were able to sing that one. The next one is actually a good piece to sing, I thought maybe at the closing, so that's why we're singing this one last. Patron Social Song. So this is more like a social song, and I'm going to just read the last verse because I think it's a great verse that says, sort of wraps up what this piece is about. We plow and sow and reap and mow and gather into garners, nor scorn with toil our hands to soil, though monarchs we, the farmers. Brothers and sisters, patrons dear, we've met for sweet communion, for 'tis the social tie that binds and makes a perfect union. So basically, we work and work and work, but this is really just as important as all the work we can do, and we need to celebrate that too. So I thought this was a really nice piece. Okay, in D, right?
Yeah.
Brothers and sisters, patrons dear, we've met for sweet communion, for 'tis the social tie that binds and makes a perfect union. Then while we're here, let's banish care, let Grange bring rest and pleasure. The advocates of industry, we scorn not well-spent leisure. Second verse. No honest toiler we despise, nor do we shrink from labor. And our reward is rich supplies, fresh from the hand of nature. Come, Ceres crowned with flowers, welcome Flora crowned with flowers. Pomona brings the mellow fruit, and blessings on us showers. We'll plow and sow and reap and mow and gather into the garners, nor spoil with toil our hands to soil, though monarchs we the farmers. Brothers and sisters, patrons dear, we've met for sweet communion, for 'tis the social tie that binds and makes the perfect union.
Good job, everybody. Good job. Good job. Good job, Michael.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'll hand it back over to Priscilla. Thanks, Priscilla.
And thank you, Lisa Hadley, beautiful voice, leading us in two old Grange songs which symbolize the purpose and meaning of this organization. And Michael Pierce, thank you so much for this wonderful rendition of your state champion song. You are a champion among us, and what a wonderful voice. So I hope the audience at home has enjoyed this. Don't remember our voices, but do remember Lisa's and Michael's. We're going to need some practice. Okay.
We'll work on those.
Yes, we will. So thank you so much. Join us on the third Monday of every month, except January and February, 6 o'clock supper, 7 o'clock program. Our programs are agriculturally centered, environmentally centered, and also community centered. So we hope that you will join us. All the best.